Curry munchers, budbuds. Two of the most hurtful words that can be said to Indian men's like me.
I thought you were going to say people that we all hate.
I was 17 years old. I was at Western Heights High School. And I got into an argument with a guy called Sean. Sean and I were going back and forth. It was all happening. And that's when Sean said it.
Oh, no.
Well, you know, you're just a curry muncher, a budbud.
Breaks a little heart.
It still hurts me to this day. I was a bit of a more angry guy back then. What? Just a little bit.
Back then.
Just a little bit.
Right.
And I somehow found myself pushing Sean's head through a window after that statement.
Good man.
Okay? It just
You deserved it.
It just happened. So the teachers came, it became a big, big deal. It was a big drama at school. Mr. Phillips came and took me aside and decided to have a chat with me. One of the teachers went and had a chat with Sean. Then they brought us all together to mediate. Mr. Phillips was like a big fan of mine. He really enjoyed me because I was like the teacher's pet. I was like the good boy. I used to get all the good grades. So Mr. Phillips said, "Oh, look, Sean, I think Renil's definitely not the type of person to do something like that. You know, I think you really must have said something to set him off. Sean, I think you should apologise to Renil."
Oh, my God. Mr. Phillips!
Mr. Phillips! And I tell you what,
He's a
there's
good man.
always an upside to being teacher's pet, guys.
There's always hope.
There's always hope. Welcome to the Surely Podcast. On today's episode, Roy is going to be telling us 2 truths and a lie. Nikhil is going to be telling us about a new game called Imposter. Raksmey is going to be feeding off a little bit on the Sean story and telling us about life as a teenager.
That's right.
My name is Renil. Welcome to the Surely Podcast. Tune in, because we're about to have a good time. My friend got fired from Pack and Save for throwing a chicken nugget across the aisle. I just wondered.
Was it a chicken nugget that they sold at the place, or did he just have chicken nuggets from McDonald's?
Can you imagine if you're walking through a supermarket and a chicken nugget just hits you in the head? That would be pretty.
I think the sky's falling.
Do they still have teenagers at Pack and Save?
I don't know.
How do you complain that, guy?
Probably why.
I'm a chicken nugget victim.
I want to just touch
Not
on the
well.
video games, right? Because we're talking teenage, right?
Yeah.
Who remembers their first console?
Oh, yeah.
First what?
Console.
PlayStation 1.
Your console.
Console.
Console. What the fuck? Oh my god, I hate you guys right now.
Console!
What are we consoling?
How do you say it?
Console.
Is that not what I just said?
No, you said gonzole.
No, I did not. That's a console.
You said console. Console.
I genuinely didn't know what you're saying.
We'll check the post part.
Gonzole.
We'll check the video.
My first Gonzole was... yeah, I must admit. Yeah, that's a good
Console.
topic. That's a good
Console.
topic. Your first ever Gonzole.
I hate you guys. I can't say it now.
He's giving you a compliment after shitting on your pronunciation for being a foreigner.
Yeah, what was your first whatever? Video
So
game.
mine was the PlayStation 1.
Ah,
This
yes,
was the
yes.
fat box one before
Yeah.
the PS1
Yeah.
came out. And we had gotten like this Time Crisis package, and so it came with the 2 guns. And so it was like magic to me, right? Because you're shooting at a screen, and it's like the characters are reacting to your.
Yeah, you shoot the birds,
And
right?
it's so and I was like, I don't know, like 4 years old, and so this was the best thing ever. I don't know what happened to the console. Do you guys ever have parents where they just throw things out and they don't tell you why?
Yes.
So we move a lot and they just throw stuff out.
All of my
It happens.
Beyblades, all of my
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, everything gone.
They go through this perjury thing, right? Where it's like, oh, he didn't need this, he don't play this anymore. But now these things are worth heaps. You know?
Hundreds of dollars
Pokemon
worth
cards.
of Pokemon cards gone. Because Mum was like, you don't even play with these. I never did, Mum. They were collectibles.
The pieces
Exactly.
of cardboard, yeah.
Pieces of, that's what they say. Pieces of cardboard.
You guys are
Okay.
bloody-
Any first consoles?
My
PS1,
first
that
console
one.
was a Sega Master System 2.
Whoa.
Damn, okay, that's-
I didn't even
That's
know
actually-
that.
I
That's
was
actually
so
vintage.
I was so poor that I got gifted it. It was a second-hand one that I got gifted,
That
right?
still counts.
But
yeah.
it felt like the best thing
Yeah,
ever.
they
It was like
were.
the video game.
Yeah.
And I took it back to Fiji because I got gifted it when I was visiting New Zealand when I was really young.
Yeah.
And some relatives gave it to me. I took it back to Fiji and all the kids in the street was like, this guy's hot shit. He's got a bloody video
Console.
game in his house.
He's got a Gonzo.
Yeah, and then I went to school and everybody else had like a bloody PlayStation and a Nintendo.
Cooler
But
kids.
Sega consoles were like the OG, yeah.
Mine,
They're the
They
two buttons.
mine was Nintendo 64.
Yeah, same time pretty much.
okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Interesting.
pretty cool. I remember we had to it was so hard to get the parents to get it right back then. But the first game we ever played was like Nintendo snowboarding, N64 snowboarding.
Sounds
Did
about
you guys ever hear
There's a
about
lot
that
of
game?
snowball games, yep.
Yeah, okay, hurt me. Yeah, that's the best one, okay? That's the best one.
Funny story about my Sega, by the way, right? So, how I got gifted it. So, we were in a cross flight, so like we went to a stopover flight. So, we went to Australia after we get New Zealand, stopped over in New Zealand for like a couple of hours, and I go to my aunt and I was like, you remember you promised me a video game? And then she's like, yeah, you can take it to Fiji if you want. And so she grabs it out. And my dad goes, we don't have the space for that. It's not fitting in our luggage. And then I'm starting to cry. And he's like, if you can fit in your backpack, we'll take it. And I squeezed that bloody thing into my backpack.
Good call, good call.
And I managed
He
to
didn't
carry
know
it all
the
way.
value of this
Oh,
thing.
right.
Yeah.
It keeps you occupied.
I'm pretty sure my cousin stole one of my games, the cartridges as well.
Yeah,
Did that happen
yeah.
to you guys? Like cousins come over and
I
just
could only take one cartridge. That's all that
and
happened
they'll
to me.
deny it.
Okay,
They'll deny it. It's like a law case, right? They'll deny it.
Yeah. And Lilac Wars was the one they stole from me. And now, to this day, I haven't played that game and it still hurts me. And I can't remember which cousins they are, but they're bad people.
And then you tell your parents, and then they
Like,
don't
"Ah,
do
it's
anything about it.
fine. We'll get you another one. And then
That's
they never
exactly
do.
what they say. And I was crying on the way home, and they told me the truth. They were like, we knew he stole it. And I was just thinking in my head, why didn't you do something about it? You know?
Injustice.
Injustice.
Was
Bad
split screen a
cousins.
big thing for you guys when
Which
you were
one?
teenagers? Split screen, playing split screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
Huge.
Would you get like 2 consoles and 2 TVs so you can like 4 people could play together with the Xboxes?
Oh, with the later ones, yeah, PS3 and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
did that.
That was a big thing for me.
Ours was, I remember we went to someone's farm and he had like a LAN party.
Yeah.
And they connected up all these games. Like, I don't know how they did it, but man, that was mean.
But it's
Yeah.
like it's good memories though, eh?
Yeah, but I have noticed these days you can't even play split screen on any
Because
car
people
racing
don't
games
want
or
to.
anything. Really?
People don't want to.
No, people do want to. The reason is because online they can sell twice as much.
I feel like the kids these days just don't want to go to each other's houses and play. They just want to play from their own house.
So you mean
they don't even offer it.
Yeah.
And the thing is, that
Yeah.
you'll see this. This is actually a big discussion topic online. People are like, why can't I just play 2-player
At
on
home.
the couch?
Yeah.
So you reckon it's so that they sell 2 games for 1?
Yeah. That's the money they're chasing after, you know?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think the kids just don't want to leave their bloody houses.
Here's the
Unlike
thing.
us,
I
we
think
would bloody pack our Xbox into our bag and carry it to our friend's house. And
Well, I think it's the other way around. I think kids don't want to go outside because they can't play co-op split screen.
interesting.
Like
Or just
back in the
okay.
days, we would go take our PlayStation, take all of our discs. And
So we're
memory
kind of
cards and all that stuff.
encouraged to go.
Yeah, it was like if we could play online, I wouldn't have done that, but we could play split screen, so I did do that. You know,
True.
I had friends, so I would still have gone to my friend's house.
It's enough of Nikhil.
He just
Yeah.
wants to
Parents-
hurt
That's
us,
enough
doesn't
of
he?
Nikhil.
your friends were every kid on the street who wanted to play your Sega console.
But in saying that, it was perfect. It was perfect for us
Something
because
in the rich kid.
it was perfect for us in our time in the early 2000s because internet wasn't that good. You know, not everything was online. We had to go outside, right? And our only curfew was the lights. And so when those lights switched off, you knew it was home time.
What's the worst punishment you got for coming home late, like after curfew, whatever? Like, did you ever get punished for it? Did you ever come home late?
Guys, I never left home. I used to just read books.
Renee was a good boy.
I don't know. I just can't relate to these. I used to read
my
all the
God.
books, Harry Potter and stuff.
I read books. I still had friends.
I had a reading age of 18 at the age of 10. That's why Mr. Phillips liked me.
Didn't we all?
Right?
I always wondered what those numbers even meant. Oh, you have a reading age of this much, but you're this old. I was like, but like everyone in my class did. Turns out that was just a
Okay,
smart
no,
class.
not everyone in my
I didn't
class
have a
did.
punishment, but it wasn't for my parents. It was from my principal.
For coming late.
No. So it wasn't coming late. It was
Okay.
okay. Actually, that's not even part of it. But it was a really bad punishment.
Oh, okay.
But-
Tell us about this punishment.
So I decided to wag one day for school, and I didn't tell my mum. And so my mum used to walk me to school, and she thought I had left early one day, but I was actually in another room, my uncle's room at the time, and I was staying there playing video games. but at the time it was a PlayStation 2, and my dad, we didn't buy a memory card, and you need a memory card to save any of your,
Progress.
yeah,
Yeah.
right? And so I had a Final Fantasy game, and those games, it takes like 20, 30 hours, 40 hours, even more to finish the game. Yeah, and so I was like, crap, if I take the whole day off, I might be able to finish the game. I obviously didn't. I was still in the first act. But so I took the whole day off, and then my mum thought I was at school the whole time. So she was home doing her business, and I was in that room playing video games. She had no idea. And so she went to go, 2:30, she went to go walk to the school. And she pretty much freaked out because she was like, where's my son? And she's like, going to the teacher. She's like, where did he go? He's supposed to be at school. And so, like, the teachers get wind of it, the principal gets wind of it, and mum comes home, and then I come out of the room, and she's like, where were you the whole day? Right? And that happens, so we get into a little argument and stuff, and then I hear a knock on the door. It's the principal.
To your house.
He comes directly.
That's different. Yeah.
They really cared about their kids back then.
Yeah,
Apparently.
they did a lot more. And I was like, I don't know, 7 or something. This is before Tate the Mati. So, and he's like, what happened? Where were you? And the first thing that came to my head was like, okay, survivability. I was at my auntie's. I was at my auntie's house for the day. And he's like, well, where does your auntie live? And I was like, oh, she's just down the road. I don't know the address. So we just start walking. We walk for like 10, 15 minutes.
There's no auntie.
No, there is an auntie, but yeah, so we get to the house. And, auntie, whoever opens up the door, principal's like, hey, this is what's happened. Was he here today? And they're like, no. And I was like...
Was it just a random person still?
No, it was my auntie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but then they were like, no. And then I was like, oh, no. And then the principal's like, okay, cool. Sweet, no problem. Then he walks me back home, says goodbye. That's it. I go to school the next day. And then... we're just in class, and then someone comes in, and they're like, oh, hey, Raksmey, the principal wants to see you. And I'm like, oh God, it hasn't ended here yet. So I go to the principal's office, and he gives me the biggest yelling of a lifetime. And he just kept going. He was just like, you're not supposed to wag, that's very bad. Everyone was sick and worried and stuff. It's very naughty. People were in trouble, you were in trouble. What if the police or something, what if someone kidnapped you? All of this, and he's just laying it thick on me, and I just I didn't understand a lot of English at the time, but everything he said to me all made sense, and I was so sad. I was embarrassed, and I was crying, but I didn't want to go back to class and look like I'd been crying, but obviously the red eyes would, safe to say, I did not wag for another maybe 5, 6 years after that. So
No, but can I just say, I applaud this principal. He
He's
went
a good
out
principal.
of his way to make sure that this kid didn't get lost in the
That is
system,
true.
you know?
That is true.
And we just don't have teachers like that anymore. And that's crazy. The fact that he not only turned up to your house, then he was like, corroborate your story. I'll go to your auntie's house and
I'll
corroborate your
double
story.
check. Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, cool. I'm not going to yell at you at your parents' house.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to come back to school. Obviously, because your parents, he probably knew that they didn't speak English anyways,
he
right?
did, yeah.
And so, that's
like
just
that.
going the extra mile.
I like that you're punished by the principal.
Yeah. And it worked. The punishment worked for 5 years.
It worked good 5
What
years.
I want to say is, how dare your auntie not back you up?
I know! The problem could have ended there!
That is true, actually.
But then he would just wag again.
But if my nephew showed up with his principal in 6 years or whatever at my house and Riz was like, was he here all day? I'd be like, he's been here all week!
I'll take a lie detector test.
Nobody, I'm lying. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah. I'll
So
be
my next
honest.
life I want to be a voice
If
brother.
a nephew turned up to my house with the principal and he asked me if he had been home all day, I'd be like, yeah. You can leave him here, by the way.
And then I would yell at the kid, you know?
Nikhil's going to beat
You
his
can leave him
nephew
here.
in the story.
Wait till I call your dad.
See, I wouldn't call the dad. I wouldn't call my sister. I would tell the principal, yeah, he was here. And then I would talk to him.
What would you say?
I would say, hey, so where actually were you, first of all? Gotta get that out of the way.
And then he says, I was playing video games all day trying to finish Final Fantasy because I don't have a memory card.
Well, I'd probably just drive to the store, get him a memory card.
Guys.
I would first of all go to the store, get him a
Just
memory
buy him a
card.
memory card.
And second of all, I would be like, How far through are you? Need some help?
Have you paused the game?
But I do remember the days of like, I didn't do that. I would just leave it running overnight with the TV off.
Yeah.
You know, because I had this one game, Mickey's Wild Adventure. It came out just before memory cards were invented, so there was no way to save it. And I never found this out until like 20 years later. I was on the last level. I didn't know there was no level after that. I was like, oh, I'm halfway through the game. I can't finish it. Why is it so hard? I was like this close to finishing it.
Yeah.
The number of days I played all day on the weekend.
You've
of
kept
course.
it on.
I would just play all day, and then I'd play like the whole Saturday, and then I'd leave it on, and then I'd play the whole Sunday. I just can't finish it, and then I can't leave it on now because I'm going to leave it on till next Saturday, you know? And it just frustrated the absolute living hell out of me. I can't imagine trying to do that with Final Fantasy, man.
Oh no, mate! I did reruns. Like it was like a Dragon Ball Z reruns. I just keep doing the same thing over and over again, thinking that I could progress more because I didn't have it. Yeah.
And it frustrates you. You have to play the same levels over and over.
And then like there's this thing that went around saying that if you leave your PS on for too long, I think your parents will say it to you. If you leave it on for too long, the PlayStation will blow up.
Yeah, they would say that to save the power bill,
The
mate.
power bill. I realized that when I grew older. It's like that thing with the turning the lights on in the car. They're like,
Oh, it's illegal.
it's illegal. The cops are
It
gonna
is illegal? What are you saying? What do you mean it's not illegal?
Well, inside your car, yeah, it is
Yeah.
illegal.
Yeah.
Well, so is it or is it not illegal?
It's not.
Inside your car, it is.
It's not illegal.
It is.
It's not
People
illegal.
are driving with a light on.
Yes.
They can distract the drivers.
But
Yeah,
not,
it's not
the
illegal.
law.
It's not like the police won't
You
pull you
definitely
over
get pulled over for that shit. Yeah,
because it's not illegal.
you'd still
But
get
you
pulled over.
shouldn't have it
We
on.
are going to check the laws on this during the break.
Hey, aren't you a lawyer?
Yeah, well, it doesn't mean I know all the
Haven't
laws.
you passed the bar or
But
whatever
it
the New
doesn't
Zealand
mean I
equivalent
know
is?
all the laws. I have a lawyer for that.
My
power
point
bill.
is, you're still gonna get pulled over by the cops. It doesn't matter if it's illegal or not. They're gonna find something else to bloody
Nah,
charge you.
I think what they'll do is they'll be like, hey, it's a bit dangerous to do that, don't do that. Why do you have it on?
Yeah, and then they'll check your warrant, your license.
Oh, yeah, they'll do
your-
that as well.
Your DUI check,
Yeah.
and then they check your bloody
Speaking
tires
of
and your lights.
warrants, did you end up getting your warrant?
What are you talking about?
It wasn't a challenge.
Remember, he was gonna get his. He's like, my warrant's out of date for a while now, and I'll make it a challenge. We're like, no, just go get your warrant.
Oh, did you?
I did get a warrant.
Okay, good.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
What's funny is like
Don't pull me over.
a few days before you said that, I also just got my warrant done, which had been out for like 4 months.
Oh my goodness.
And so I was like, air of superiority, like, I have a warrant.
Yeah. You know, when we were teenagers, the other thing I hated was when we all got cars. I think we can all empathize with this. The 6 monthly warrants, because you had the cheap 90s
Oh,
cars.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know what
And
you
your
guys are
cars were
talking
cheap.
about.
2000s.
1 year
Bloody
for
rich
me.
kid over here, hey!
This guy, hey, honestly.
Every episode he just points it out.
He just points out.
Really?
Hey, what is a 6-month warrant?
I have no idea what the 6 month. I found this out like recently. What a 6 month warrant is. It was like they're always 1 year, right? No,
6 months.
Yeah.
6 months if you're poor.
When you have to pay for your own car, and you can't afford a bloody...
But you were the first guy with a car. You
Yeah.
and Assam.
Yeah.
And yeah,
yeah.
it was very cool.
Yeah.
It
I
was very
went
cool
through
having a
other
car
cars.
in school.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
You know, when we were teenagers, do you remember the time we fit 8 people into my car? And it was a 2-door car.
I think I was in the booth.
Jeez, boy.
2-door, 4-seater car.
Where were you going?
Oh, we just thought, we had a lot of people. And they all wanted to ride to somebody's house, like nearby. And they were like, surely we can fit all of you in here. And we just squeezed everybody in. There's 2 people in the boot,
Because
like 3 or 4 people in the back seat, and 2 people in the front seat next to me. It was
Preparing for
like
the
crazy.
circus.
It was funny. If
Think
we only
about-
had smartphones back then, we'd have videos that
yeah,
had gone
think
really
about the early
viral.
2000s though. Our main transport was like the bus. We were walking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
either
biking.
walking to town
Yeah.
or biking.
Yeah.
Well, was it for all of us?
Except for Roy.
My parents made me take the bus and walk.
Okay, stop.
No
to
taxi.
teach me
no
Yeah,
taxi.
it was a private hired car. and you know it.
I wasn't allowed to take the limo out. How dare they?
The driver picked him up.
Oh, yep.
All right, we're going on to talk about who the imposter is. Nikhil has got a game set up for us. In this game, there are 4 questions. 1 question for each person. However, one person has a different question to everybody else. So the game is you have to determine who has the different question or who is the imposter based on the people's answers to the questions. Play along, you'll see how it works. So, Nikki, give us the questions, mate, and we'll put the questions up on the screen because our editor's going to do that.
Yes.
And so that you can follow along and see who actually has the wrong question.
Okay.
All right, Nikhil, whip out the questions, mate.
All right, everybody pick a thing. All right.
And don't show anyone.
Don't show anyone. Try to hide it behind your palm. This is a thinker. All right, who wants to go first?
Not me.
Go ahead.
Mum's chicken curry.
I hate it, mate. I just hate this guy. He just, it takes my answer every time.
I would choose KFC.
This guy takes my second answer every time.
Be quick.
I used the same ones as last time. So
what's your question?
I'm just gonna say Mongolian beef.
I will say Mum's chicken curry and KFC.
Interesting. Okay.
Together.
Okay.
Mixed.
Okay.
Okay, so the question is now, who received a different question to
Yes.
everybody
So
else?
who's
right?
the imposter, guys? All right.
Okay, so why?
I feel like somebody might have answered the question
How come?
the wrong
How
question.
come you said? How come you said Mum's chicken curry?
Because Mum's chicken curry is amazing.
Yeah, but why? Okay, but what was the question?
Okay,
Father's Day is on Sunday.
so
I didn't expect it to be hard. So
Okay.
I thought this is like the toughest question that we've pulled out of all of them.
Yeah.
Or somebody's misread the question properly.
I think
I
it's
would
Nikhil,
say,
Why do you think it's him?
because
I think we should just guess and shoot in the dark, okay?
because
Why he don't want anybody to do
No,
investigation?
it's not
Why
me.
he don't want
It's
anyone to
not
do
me. It's
investigation?
not me.
Raksmey said, "Oh, it's the same as last
But
time,"
wait,
which means he's
wait.
answering the question
But
that we talked about, and I remember it.
Watch this. Everybody just look at Raksman's reaction when I do this.
That's him. That's him.
See, look at the way he reacts.
No,
Look at the way he
no,
reacts.
I'm just like this
Look at
one.
that.
Why are you sweating?
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, okay, so that's one, right?
Yeah.
One.
One reaction.
Oh.
And number two,
Okay.
why he all of a sudden like, yeah, look at him. It's one or the other, mate. It's one or the other.
2, 3.
I think it's Rin. I think he's
See,
deflecting.
very quick
He's the one that's
deflection.
throwing out names.
Very quick deflection.
Nobody else has thrown out names yet. He's the only one that's thrown out names. So I gotta say
Innocent
Rin.
until proven
And also, what's with
guilty.
the two answers?
Well,
Why is there
that-
two answers? Everybody had one answer. Why does he have two
It's him.
answers?
It's definitely
It's
him.
gonna be
It's
him.
so him.
That's
It's
him.
so him.
That's him. That's
It's
him.
so him.
Although, why would he say, "Oh, it's the same as last time"? He's got both questions on it. He read both questions and was like, "Oh, I'll pretend I'm answering the question everyone else is
Why
answering."
did he say it's the same as last time?
Exactly, because he remembers that we had that conversation last time.
Oh, we did at some point, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We
Okay.
did.
Okay, it's one or the other. It's one or the other.
I vote Rin.
What?
I also vote Rin.
What?
He's the imposter.
Who are you voting for?
You guys
I don't want to be different.
You two vote. You two vote.
I think it's one of these two.
It's definitely one of these two.
Choose,
think it's
choose
real.
somebody.
Pick, and then I'll pick whoever you pick.
I'm pretty sure the question got wrong. The question's messed up, but okay.
Pick.
I think it's Nikhil.
I can't decide. It's one or the other. Raksmey? Okay, I'm going Raksmey.
All right. Imposter, reveal yourself with what the imposter question is.
Hey!
What was the imposter question?
What was my last meal if I was in death row?
That's not the
That's
imposter
the question everyone got.
Oh, is it? Oh, what food would you stuck up on if the word was ending?
Mongolian.
It's the same. It's almost the same.
Okay.
question.
But did
Can
you
I just
know?
say-
Did you know that?
How would you stock up on
we were-
Mongolian beef?
Yes,
That's
it's
such a- what?
Wait, hang on. Wait. Can I ask you this? Did you know which question we were all answering and which one you were supposed
Yes,
to be
of
answering?
course. Of course.
Look, either
of
way, we
course.
still got him.
Okay, I just want to say
Except
something.
you.
No, because why would you stock up on Mongolian? They would go bad. They wouldn't last
He
a
gonna
year.
deep freeze it?
I
He gonna
may-
deep
It's
freeze it?
easy,
may have
guys.
read the
You
wrong-
import some cows from Mongolia, you store them, they eat the grass, that's Mongolian beef.
you
in a
stock
year.
up on
wants to
tuna,
stock
on
up on food
noodles,
I
on
can't eat.
ramen.
Exactly. So you're all
So we can't eat
Okay,
it.
that was a fail. Let's do
Nobody
another round.
want to feed us.
I feel like we need to do another round because I think that was a fail as
All
well.
right, we'll do another round. Let's go. Real quick.
Oh,
I
one.
read the wrong question.
That's fine. I knew you read the right question. I knew it.
And yet you still gave yourself away. Oh, God.
I knew from the answers, eh?
You don't know.
This is a bad way to do
Use
this.
the light's reflection to see the
I know,
double.
that's why I'm hiding it.
Cover it up.
Okay, this is interesting. This is a
Good
good
look
one.
at it again.
Okay. Graveyard.
Really?
Son.
That's interesting.
Come on, son.
I would...
Why is he thinking?
He's thinking.
Why is he thinking again?
I
He's
think
thinking.
he's the imposter
He's thinking again.
Why?
He's thinking again.
I would probably in an isolated farm somewhere where possibly there's like
Farm.
You can't give the. You gotta give 1 or 2 words, mate.
a farm.
It's so him.
Yeah,
It's obvious.
Oh, wait, listen to the other answers.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fiji.
Fiji. Okay.
What?
Okay. Sure. In the ocean somewhere, anchored.
In the ocean.
Wait, Fiji?
It's him. It's him.
What do you
It's him. You know it's him.
Fiji.
Fiji?
He could have the
It's
question.
too hard.
No, clear.
Yes.
What?
It's too hard.
That's,
Why
that's
Fiji?
out of it.
Explain
Let's
why Fiji.
Read the question again, maybe.
Explain why Fiji.
Wait, maybe. No, I'm
definitely him.
It's him. It's him, bro.
It's him.
It's definitely him.
Explain why Fiji.
There's no one there.
There's no people in
Fiji! You heard it first here, folks. There's no people in Fiji!
I like the fact that nobody's there. I mean, like there are areas.
Did someone look up the population of
Okay,
Fiji?
can I also say his answer was too perfect.
Yeah, he knew straight away.
Why is it a graveyard?
That is true.
Graveyard's
That
too
is true.
perfect.
That is true.
It's too obvious.
And look at the reaction. Look at the reaction.
Mm.
Okay, wait. Do the Raksmey thing where we look at it. Okay. So everybody,
wait, look
1, 2, 3, go.
I still think it was him.
It's so him. It's so him. It's so him.
Poker face.
You have to bloody.
We prepped him up for the
So
podcast.
look,
yeah.
obviously, we
Alright.
all know what the original question is. You have to bloody carry it, take it to Fiji from New Zealand, and then bury it. That's impossible.
It's him.
It's gonna be you.
It's so him. It's so him. It's so him.
It's him.
I vote Nikhil.
Red. It's red. It's
I
red.
vote Nikhil.
I don't think it's Raksmey. Raksmey had a good answer. I don't think it's me because I looked at the thing and, you know.
You said straight away. I knew straight away as well.
Yeah,
so
okay.
it's either one of these two guys.
It's
It's
Renil.
obviously
It's
him,
Renil.
but his answer's so
Fiji.
dumb.
Fiji.
It's clearly him, but
You
his
can't.
answer's so dumb.
Because there's nobody in Fiji.
You heard it first here, folks. There's no one in Fiji.
I'm telling you, it's this guy.
You know, New
That's
Zealanders
Renil.
Why did
generally
he think so
less
much before he
populated.
answered?
Yeah.
I answered straight away. That's probably why my answer was dumb, because I didn't think that much. It's him, bro.
No, it's
I'm telling
Renil.
So
you.
what you're gonna do is you're gonna go through customs. They're gonna be like, "So then, what do you have in your bags?" And you'll be like, "Nothing."
Okay, I didn't think of it like transporting. I'd
Yes,
say that's
yeah.
where I'd want to be.
Nah.
no,
You
no
chose
crimes,
a specific
no laws.
country.
All right, it's him.
So you have to
You get what I'm saying? I didn't think.
I
No,
really
no,
think
no,
it
no,
makes
no,
sense.
no,
I
no.
can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it from a
No,
perspective.
because
Yeah.
you
I
chose
didn't
the
know
country.
he's
Okay.
one too many knows.
Yeah.
But if we rewind, Nikhil was like, drop the F-bomb when you read it.
Yeah.
So
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He dropped the
No,
F-bomb.
because the thing wasn't
All right, it's time for a
You're
vote. Time
so
for a vote.
wrong. You're so
Make the
wrong.
call. Roy,
Nicky boy.
Raksmey, Nicky boy.
Renil.
Yes, it was me.
What was the imposter?
Why are you so bad at this game?
I was wrong.
Isolated on a farm somewhere around.
Hey, but why is
If you said farm, I would have said it's him.
Where's your favorite place to relax?
Well, you heard it first here, guys. There's no people in Fiji.
Alex
That's why we're not going to get any views to Fiji.
I was under pressure, guys, but it's also my favorite place to relax. Lovely.
Why is he so shifty even when it's not him?
That is true. You pretty much made everyone think it was going to be you.
Can I just say,
It's just the way he interrogates you, just puts you stress on you, just pressures
he
you.
got that going on.
Just pressures the crap out of you.
interrogation going on. If there was a twin of you and one of your friends had to shoot one of you, they shoot you. If there was a bad twin, you'd be shot, Nikhil. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You'd be
I
shot.
wouldn't know who you guys are and still shoot you.
True.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Our next topic that we're going to be talking about is all about confidence. Confidence in life, confidence in everyday activities, confidence being on the podcast. Talk to us about it. I think for me personally, confidence is a big thing that I dealt with, like, over the years of my life. Like, when I was young, boy, it was a challenge. Being confident is very hard. I don't know. That's what I feel. But after a while, like, as I got older, I'm just like, I don't care anymore. Screw it. I'll still have my days where I'll be confident, and then I'll have my days where I'm just like, okay, today I do not feel confident at all. Like, it's like it's a evolving thing. It's not always, I'm always super confident. Is that the same for you guys, or what?
More or less, yeah.
For sure.
I'm not a very confident person.
Really? Yeah, we know. We could tell.
No. But on a serious note, though,
Yeah, I'm
you're
not very
not.
confident. I'm only confident around people that I know well.
Right, because you're very confident on the podcast.
That's because I'm with people that I've
Except for
known.
in that last
I know
segment.
you guys well enough now that I'm confident around you. But when I meet people for the first time, I'm usually not that confident.
And
around
why is that?
I don't know. I'm just like I'm not an out there person. I don't. That's funny because I do have a lot of friends.
Yeah, you do.
But I'm kind of also introverted, but not.
Me too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it might be because the first day of high school in New Zealand, I walked into this class. We had drama class, and my teacher walked me in. The guidance counselor, whatever, walked me in, and she was like, "Hey guys, this is Nikhil. He's a new student at Melville. He's new to the country as well. Please be nice to him." And there was this one kid in the class that just screamed at the top of his voice, "Ah! Look at his teeth!"
Oh, mate.
That wasn't me, was it?
It was Raksmey. It was Raksmey.
Are you sure? And now they're
I
best
was
friends.
Damn, I was a bad friend.
We know that from your story of ditching your friend.
But that legit had like an impact.
No.
on you.
That was just a
Okay.
funny story.
Okay.
That is a
I've
funny
always
story.
had a confidence issue. Yeah. I don't know. I've just always had an issue with confidence, I guess, because I'm from like a small country. Wasn't really put out there a lot. Like not forced to socialize as much.
Interesting.
Parents would go out. I would not. I would just stay home.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Yeah.
It'll stop there, right?
Nikhil gets
Which
cut
one?
off again.
This is not helping your confidence.
Fuck you
I didn't want to
guys.
say it, but
I was just gonna get to a better fucking story
The
as well.
camera's confidence in you, turn it off.
Confidence.
yes. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, so like I've always struggled with confidence and making friends, and I mean, I've also been left out of posters, and but you'll put me in the next one, right? What's the next project coming up?
The next project is
Lost
the
Treasures?
Lost Treasures of
I'm in
Raksmey.
that. Yeah, I'm in the
You
poster.
are in
right?
the movie.
I'm
He's
in the
in the- he's in
poster,
the
You
right?
are in the movie.
He's in the smoky part of the poster.
Well, we'll show the poster soon. We'll show the poster soon. That's a movie that we're going to release shortly. So keep an eye out for that.
Not helping my confidence right now.
No. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah, okay. Right. So you're saying when you meet new people, that's when you're like not super
Yeah,
confident?
I'm quite timid around new people, and I mean I do sometimes. Obviously, if I've got some drinks in me, I'm a lot easier to meet people. I think it's just like a shy thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what confidence is, being shy, right? Not having the confidence. But yeah, with a lot of things, I'm not just confident.
I think with people that struggle, I'd struggle.
Yeah.
I have to warm up to people too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have to be in the right place of mind. But if you're not confident, you build this sort of wall, right? There's all this doubt and this imposter syndrome where you're uncertain. If you go this way, what if your flaws are exposed? What if they see your teeth? What if they see,
Yes.
your belly or something? Like things that you're insecure about, right?
Yeah.
So-
That's what surfaces.
What if they know
before
you shat in the park?
Exactly. What if he's like, oh yeah, he's a Dutty and the Mutty guy?
So what is it that you're afraid of though? Like when you're meeting someone or that you'll get the rejections?
It's
or...
not about being afraid. It's just not having the confidence. It's a weird thing. It's just like, why are you shy? It's just
It's
not
it's
comfortable.
it's how people perceive you. I think.
Well, Roy,
that's
you're
how I
Mr.
feel it.
Confident.
Well,
Surely.
Surely I seem that way. And I'll be honest with you, confidence is a thing where fake it till you make it is absolutely key. If you just pretend that you're confident for long enough, you'll just be confident.
That's true. So I've done this. Where in a social interaction, I've faked confidence. Where I've
Yes.
like literally been uncomfortable, but I've just gone in there
That's-
confident, and it's
that's
worked
right.
out. It's worked. I mean, I was out of my comfort zone, but I just
That's
faked it, and then by the end of the night, I was confident.
It's progress. It's something
Yeah.
you build. You don't have it straight away. Well, not all people have it straight away. Yeah.
That's interesting that you say that because it almost feels like every single person in the world is in the same boat of like, yeah, there are days where I feel like, yeah, I'm the man, and then there are days where I'm faking it, and then there's days, like, I guess it's just to be human is to not necessarily be confident all the time, eh?
To doubt yourself.
Yeah, because I have days like that. I love meeting new people, talking to new people, and some days it's just so natural, so easy to do it, you know? It wasn't always like that. Back in the days, it was very hard for me to do. I was very shy, just like you. Very similar as we were telling that story. I was like, wow, that actually sounds like me when I was younger. And nowadays, it's some days easy, some days it's just like, I just don't want to. You know, something inside me is like, oh no,
Blockage.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. And I just push past that. I go, just smile, be happy, cool, go talk. And within, you know, a minute of talking to someone, suddenly I'm back, you know, in the flow that I was on the good days.
So that's the question I have for all of you, is how do you move past that blockage when you're feeling unconfident? How do you just be like, I want to just get it done. Get there, be confident, I'm the man, let's go. How you do this?
For me, I use a metaphorical feeling, right? So I take a few seconds and then I take that step.
So,
You just step away for 4 or 5 seconds, go in.
and what do you do in that 4 or 5 seconds?
Say a word, or you move your feet. So let's say you're standing, right? And you're like, crap, should I go and ask this girl out? Or should I not? And you're playing all these scenarios in your head, but then you're just constantly thinking, right? It's all about just taking a deep breath, take a step back, and then go for it. Because the thing is, right, progression is what gets you there. Progression is what brings you confidence. But if you're constantly backing out, if you're so indecisive, you're not going to get anywhere, right? You're standing there and you're always going to be unsure, uncertain. But once you make that little step, even if you fail, see, this is a good example is Renil, right? He does a lot of things. He's got so much output. He's releasing videos and stuff, and he's doing so many things. That is output, and so he's progressing. There's a bit of failure right here and there, but it's because he's so persistent, he's confident, that he's constantly putting stuff out, putting his name out there. That's why I see Renil as a confident man.
Yeah. Well, interestingly, yeah, I also feel like you guys sometimes where I don't feel the full confidence, but I don't know. I have this thing where it's like, just do the thing and don't worry about the outcome. Just do the thing. So long as you're doing the thing that you need to be doing and you're not caring about what the results are or how it goes, it's all good. Like, take Bacon, for example. New song, go and watch it. Great song. With that, I love that song. I love all of my work that I make, right? But I did it. I made it. I worked with all you guys, made the song, and I put it out there. Whatever happens, I don't give a shit. Like, yeah, not getting many views, that's all good. But to me, I'm like, yo, I did that. That's me. And it's done and it's out in the world.
It's an achievement.
Yeah. That's the achievement, not the outcome. And eventually, you keep going, something will hit. That's my vibe. Anyway, that's how I sort of do it. But I still have days where I'm just like, oh, yeah. But I never question myself. I never like, oh, this is not that good. I'm always just like, yeah, bro, this is the shit.
The best thing I've ever made.
Yeah. That's always,
carry yourself.
yeah, that's always the vibe with me.
Because the thing is, when you're confident, people will see you as amazing, cool, or whatever, a role model, right?
Yeah.
You'll get hired. You look like a leader in a sense. People want to follow you. People respect you. They can come to you about anything, approachable, right? So if you're a nice guy and you like to speak to people and stuff, that's a confident person. I think that's someone that's approachable, someone that has a good, clear mind, doesn't have any doubt, you know, the best version of themselves. And I think a lot of people struggle to find that best version of themselves. So they create all these scenarios or these doubts in their heads and stuff. So it's all about just taking that extra step, you know. If I fail, sweet. But the important thing is that we try. Go out there, try to reach for the apple, we fall, break a leg, whatever.
Yeah.
But we tried.
Just do the thing.
Just do the thing.
I was talking to someone recently, and they said that what they do is they have different personas within them. So it'll be like it's one of my friends, and so let's call her. I need a fake name. Give me a fake name.
Sarah.
Sarah. No, not Sarah. What?
Dale.
Dale.
Sasha. Oh.
Okay, Dale. So Dale has Dave. So sometimes Dale transforms into Dave and becomes Dave, which is a more confident version. And then, you guys know what we're talking about? No?
So this is where Ron comes from.
Now, alter egos.
Ron Singh comes from this
Like,
area
literally
of the
though,
brain.
literally. What I'm getting at is they believe that there's different people that they can transform into, and one is more, say, good at speaking, public speaker. So now I'm this person. Now I'm going to be a really strong public speaker, or this person is a very confident person, or this person is whatever, right? I can see my cameraman being like, "What the heck are you talking about?" But honestly, it's a
kinda
thing.
like acting.
It's different
different
roles.
roles.
You're switching up
Yeah.
your personality to match whatever you have to do in the day.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to get too much into it, but I think you might know. You know Carl Jung, the psychologist.
No, Roy. Nobody
He
knows
studied
Carl Jung.
psychology.
We do not know.
Like 10 years ago.
Carl Jung, Carl
Like
Jung.
10 years ago.
Anyway,
He's one of the-
tell
anyways.
us what he said.
So he has an entire thing on, it's literally called persona, is what he called it, and it was the idea of like how people attach labels to themselves, you know.
Oh,
You
yeah.
are an artist, you are a podcaster.
Yes.
He didn't know what that was, and the idea was that the more attached you are to those labels,
Yes.
the weaker your ego, yourself, your confidence ultimately is. And the more malleable it is, the more you can just change out those personas, be whatever you want to be. The more confident you are, essentially, the stronger your ego is, you know?
So are you saying that having
that
the
Dale-
labels is good or not good?
Oh, no, the labels are fine. It's being too attached to specific labels.
Yes.
You know, it's like if Dale only had Dale and was like, I can't be Dave, I can't be this, any action that they do that is Dave-like would hurt themselves mentally because they're like, oh, I'm not supposed to do Dave stuff. I'm only supposed to do Dale stuff.
Yeah.
So
I
having
see.
the ability, Oh,
Yeah.
you say?
Having the ability to switch is good.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They
Yes.
have like a variety, right? Because an example would be from Friends. So they had a good fun guy in Friends, right? As an extra. His name was Dale, as an example. Okay, but they called him Fun Dale, right?
Yes.
But he was only fun when he was drunk.
Fun Bobby.
Fun Bobby.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Fun Bobby, whatever. So yeah, but he decided to go sober Dale, and sober Dale was boring.
Right.
And so, it's a hit or miss. But
Yeah.
that's what it is, right? You go for one thing, one trait or one angle for so far deep into it, you become
How,
just that.
how
That's only,
confident are you guys about this segment?
I actually think it's pretty
I think
interesting.
this is a really good segment. It's talking about something that, you know, it affects a lot of
I think
people.
it-
It affects us quite a bit.
No,
And
I agree.
I reckon that every single person watching this can, to some extent, relate.
I think
Probably.
everybody has an issue with confidence at different degreeing levels.
Oh yeah, 100%. Everyone in the whole world.
Yes.
If you can't be confident all the time, it's impossible.
There was a thing, right? There was a guy. He wrote a book or something. I was reading, and he was talking about how people choose what they're gonna, you know, they go out to eat, what they're gonna drink, right? Go out for lunch. You go to the fridge and you pull out a Coke, or a Sprite, or a water. The good choice is the water, right? And this person, he was talking about like a friend of his who would get the water every time. He was like, "How do you do that? I struggle, eh? Like I have to get the Coke." He's like, "Oh, I want the Coke." And his mate told him, "Well, you know, I want to be a bodybuilder, right? And so when I am faced with a decision like that, I just ask myself, okay, what would a bodybuilder do?
Interesting.
Just take a step back, ask yourself, what would this person do? What would that person do? And just do that."
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting. Because I have this thing where I always think to myself when I need to make a decision, what would a wise man do? Or what would a person that's really smart do? And then that helps me make the decision. Because quite often I choose the opposite. But
There's what is the
But
wise
I'm
man
awake.
going to do?
Eh?
And what is the wise man going to do?
Yeah.
And what is Ron going to do?
yeah, exactly right.
Ron is like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing, eh?
Let's not go to Ron. Let's not talk about Ron. All right, that's enough serious emotional topics for today. Let's have some fun. Roy is going to be giving us 2 truths and a lie. He's got a specific, interesting game that he's going to play with us. Roy, take it away.
Okay. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why World War I started, okay? Now, World War I was really bad. Happened over 100 years ago. Millions of people died.
millions.
But it started for some very odd reasons. And there was a lot of them. I'm going to give you 3 of them. And you tell me which are true and which are false. I'll tell you this. 2 of these are true. 1 is false.
Sure.
Okay. The first one. World War I started because a guy took a wrong turn.
Sure.
2. World War I started because a guy was hungry and wanted to eat a sandwich.
Sure.
And number 3. World War One started because machine guns had just come out, and all the military leaders were like, "I can't wait to try this."
Okay. What do you reckon, boys?
All right, brainstorm, boys.
Bro, the fact that
Okay.
all three of them are like, come on, that can't be the reason. But two of them are real.
Yeah. But
So two of them are actually the reasons why World War started. Well, I think the machine guns,
Machine
yeah,
gun-
bloody sounds right.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a real
definitely
one.
right. So we'll go.
I
with
mean,
that.
I feel like out
That's
of the three, that's gonna be one of the
We've
real
got
ones.
all those guns. We've got to use them somehow.
That's a pretty
so
safe
that has
one.
to be right.
If anything, I would say they even built the bloody machine guns for World War.
sure.
Literally for shooting people.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
And they want territory, right?
Yes, yes.
They want to invade. They want
What was,
to
what was the
expand
sandwich?
Someone went to have lunch, and then someone took a wrong turn.
Well, so what? So someone went to have lunch and it started World War Three. World War Two. World War One.
So
One.
okay, so when
Because
someone
somebody had lunch.
hang on, hang
So
on.
had that guy
Yeah.
not gone to have lunch, World War One might not have started. Probably wouldn't have
I
started.
feel
But-
like the lunch might be real because it might be the lunch for an important meeting.
Okay. All right.
I think I think
I'll
the
tell
lunch.
you something. It wasn't an important meeting. He was having lunch by himself at a cafe.
Maybe he missed the meeting.
Sure.
Okay, but the person that took the wrong turn.
Yes.
Question: did they go into like maybe the wrong territory?
Ah.
Did they step
I
into
see,
bad
I see,
grounds?
I see. And,
And
that
so-
caused the war.
That because that person was captured essentially, right? And
Right.
murdered or whatever.
Sure.
I feel like it's like a butterfly effect. So it's like something really small.
Yes. Right.
It would have been something really small that happened, and then it led to other things. So I don't think it would be something like somebody important got kidnapped, is what you're saying, right?
Sure.
Oh,
So,
short.
gun to your head, machine gun to your head. If
You
we
guys
have
can
to,
ask some questions. I'm
if
happy to answer a few questions for you.
Who was the guy that ate the sandwich?
Yeah.
The little lunch. I keep
Franz
thinking, I don't know,
Ferdinand.
why do I keep thinking
He
sandwich?
was no, he was just some young Serbian dude.
All right, guys, I already know the answer, but I don't want to just give it away.
I kind of know the answer to.
Wait, what's your answer?
I think it's the guy that took the wrong turn. That's the wrong.
What's
answer.
your answer?
The guy who ate the sandwich.
It's machine guns. I'm telling you, it's machine guns.
Machine guns?
I'm telling you, it's machine
Wait, the
guns.
false-
Franz Ferdinand took a wrong turn, and he was going for lunch, and then someone shot him, and then that started World War One.
Okay.
That's that. My thing is,
We did make a video
I know
on
I
that.
sound. Yeah, that's where I know it from. I know I sound convincing, but I don't know 100%. But I'm pretty sure it's machine gun number 3.
Ask some questions. I'm happy to answer them.
Oh, he's laughing. He's thinking
Yeah, I
it's
think
wrong.
he knows that's the answer.
Yeah, he knows that's the answer. That's just like, oh god damn it.
All right, for me, it's the wrong turn. The wrong turn is the wrong answer.
Okay,
But
what
then
about
you
you?
just
The
said
sandwich is
you
the wrong
just said
answer.
the
A
bloody
sandwich?
thing is
The-
the right
the
answer.
wrong
Me,
turn
machine
one.
gun.
It was a driver. He was just a guy's driver, and he turned wrong,
And then what?
and he stopped, pulled out his map, tried to figure out where he was going.
So was that the false answer?
And did he get shot after that or something?
Okay.
What's
Lock
the
in the
full
answers.
answer?
Lock
I'm
in the
locking-
answers.
I'm locking in no sandwich or eat the sandwich guy.
Mine is machine guns.
Wrong turn.
Okay, so technically all three are true, but that was the best answer. That one, the closest one.
What?
I told you.
Yeah. I mean,
Why it's gonna be a wrong answer?
yeah,
It's gonna be a wrong
yeah.
answer.
You're making me drink my water.
that
I
was
don't
it.
want to.
So they're not all true. There's only one wrong answer.
So like that's like they probably made the machine guns.
So
and
let's
then
play a
thought-
game. It's called 3 Truths.
Hang on, hang on, hang
all
on.
three true.
Hang on,
Truth
hang
from
on,
the preview, idiots.
hang on. So that was the correct answer,
Yes.
but also that's probably what happened. But that didn't cause World War One.
Okay.
I think
Question
we're gonna
was
start
what
one right
caused
now.
World War One.
I'm kind of relieved that they didn't start a world war just to test out machine guns. Though.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, they
Okay.
probably did,
I think they
That's a
would have.
conspiracy.
but that wasn't
theory,
the cause. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
conspiracy.
That's a
theory.
conspiracy theory. Okay.
Okay, we'll get into that on another
So
episode.
weirdly enough, you were right.
cool.
This guy, it was a parade for Franz Ferdinand. He was in Serbia. He was driving, and they had assassins lined up on that road, and every single one of them missed somehow. Like 8 dudes, just all managed to. One guy threw a grenade, and like missed, and it bounced off, and it exploded somewhere else. Eventually, they're like, "Oh, yeah, someone's trying to kill him." So they drove off. We'll take you back to your hotel. He took a wrong turn, ended up on some street that wasn't where he was supposed to go, and one of the assassins,
Wrong
his
territory.
gun jammed. He was trying to shoot him. He's like, my gun jammed. Oh, this sucks. Oh, I failed. Oh, a bit hungry though. He goes to a cafe, goes and has a nice sandwich. He's sitting there eating it, and who pulls up in a car, stops right in front of him, but the guy he was trying to kill in the first place.
So then he killed him, and then the war started, right?
That's basically what started World War One.
The weird loop is that this guy like escaped so many assassination attempts in like that moment, and still ended up getting killed by one of the assassins. It's like, was it a time traveler? No, probably not. But
Time traveler.
Wait,
Wait, what?
You thought my conspiracy was a conspiracy.
this is the conspiracy on a
the
conspiracy.
gun bloody jams. Somebody threw a grenade at the guy and still missed.
True, true.
Like what? 9 people trying to have an attempt on him that
Bunch
day?
of people,
Like,
yeah.
That's
He just got
crazy.
really, really good luck.
That's
I
we
think
should have
Really good
gone
luck.
all on black, right? Like bloody Becquerel that night or
That's it,
something.
Nikhil went back in time and went to have a sandwich and got shot.
So you're saying that
So I don't want to go into this.
Alrighty.
I'll explain it
We
afterwards.
are now moving to the challenge section of the evening. So, last episode, all 3 participants were given a challenge to take a photo with this man. All right, so this man here was the This is showing the graphic, right? Yeah.
I already pointed at the graphic.
Oh,
guys.
very good. Yep. Okay, so everybody was supposed to take a photo with this person. So let's take a look at how everybody did.
So this week we had a challenge.
Roll
We
video.
have to take a photo
It's the one that says
of this
final.
man. Now, initially I saw this and I thought, okay, that's interesting. It's an Indian man, I think. He could be any ethnicity, let's be honest, but I'm
don't
seeing
like
an
what this
Indian
is
man, an elderly Indian man, white hair, quite old, you know. So I thought, okay. The exact wording, I believe, was, take a selfie with this man. So I thought, okay, it's easy enough to do. I'll take a selfie with this man. So I took a selfie. And I've got an elderly Indian gentleman in this selfie, and therefore I felt as if I had fulfilled the task. But then I thought, no, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to get lawyered on this one. Well, technically, you were supposed to take a selfie with this man. As in, it's a selfie that I am in, and this man is also in. But this man is me. So it's not a selfie of me with him, it's just a selfie of me as him. Now I thought, okay, fair enough, whatever. I can do this. I just got to find this man, take a selfie with him. So I did. I actually just invited him around, and we got on quite a nice picture. It's me with the guy that was supposed to take a selfie with, and I feel as if I fulfilled the challenge. He was quite a nice guy, actually. We had a good chat.
So, this is Roy's official submission coming up here. He's done 2 submissions, number 1 and number 2. And straight after this, Pretty Nikki's submission is going to play.
Did I send mine in first? Okay.
We've
Just let
all
them be
been
on record.
given a challenge. We've been given a photo, and we need to find the man in the photo. I sent that photo to everybody I know. I messaged it to people far and beyond. And I got the same reply from everybody. It's you. Me. It's me. In 10 years. So how do I find me in 10 years?
You did.
and take a photo with?
it.
I'm gonna build a time machine.
I swear I'm more creative with this though. Come on.
Guys, I've built a time machine. Now, enter 10 years from now. Oh, here we go. Found it.
Your
It's me. 10 years from now. Accomplished.
The picture was me.
Good afternoon. I'm here with my boy Jason. He's got something nice to say about our podcast.
He's got white. He's got white hair. He's got white on his head. I actually took a selfie with someone in the video. His head is covered. You can't see
He's
it.
like-
Technically, with this, You guys use AI filters.
Okay, hang on. I said that first one, that's not my real submission. The second one is.
I traveled forward in time, found the man, took a photo of him, and came back. Okay, so I think I made the most effort.
no hair.
I made the most effort.
Just less than reds.
All right. Two people have submitted essentially the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. Hang on.
I traveled in time.
Hang on.
This guy edited his photo.
Can I just say that was
Okay.
the whole...
He edited
My one. It was supposed to be a photo with this man, a photo of you and him. You only submitted a photo of him.
I hate to explain how time travel works.
There was supposed to be two people in the photo. He only had one, and his guy didn't have hair. He had hair.
Raksmey didn't quite match the brief. And Roy literally just photoshopped the emoji in.
But I put him behind me, but still
So,
in the room.
I had a story. I had a
Took a
skit.
while.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
ask the audience here, the camera crew, if you have to choose the person who's gonna get punished today, the person who did the worst job, the least entertaining, the worst one, who is it going to be that's going to receive the
I'm
punishment?
sorry, serious.
Deliberate,
Come on.
and I'll let you guys
I
decide.
put in the effort.
Mine matched the brief. Take a
I
selfie
swear,
with this man.
Last day of the
the
challenge,
man was
he
in
just went,
it.
where's an Indian guy at work? And just took a photo of him.
We've come to a decision.
Right,
The person getting punished
yes.
is...
Why?
Okay,
They use AI.
I must say, even though it didn't quite match, boy, they were creative. I would have to agree with the committee. Raksmey, I'm afraid you are going to be spinning
quitting the
the
podcast.
punishment wheel today.
Let me show you sit in forever.
Surely.
Spin the wheel. Spin the
A
wheel.
bit harder.
Spin the wheel.
Slightly harder.
That's a bit harder.
We need to get rid of that punishment then.
Exactly.
Yeah, we confess all the time. I don't want teal.
All right, here we go. Here we
Stop
go. Here we
with
go.
teal.
I want green. I want
It's
green.
coming on
Anything
teal.
that's not teal.
It's coming on tail.
Oh, it's not going to be green.
Is it Rick?
It's,
it's reversing.
No one saw this one coming.
Blue.
All right, so
green chili is really hot.
that is the challenge for this week. Raksmey, unfortunately, was the loser and is going to be getting punished. Well done, boys.
Great minds think alike.
Thank you.
Well done.
Rob's
You
okay,
guys
I
are
actually
on
like
1
Rob.
point each. And unfortunately, mind you are... Actually, no, you are on 1 point. And whoever gets the highest... It's like golf. You want to be the lowest score. Whoever's the highest score is the ultimate challenge loser. And after a few episodes, they'll have to do a mega challenge.
I'm Sal and I'm this week's big
This is rigged.
loser.
Rigged, I tell you all it's rigged.
All right, so our challenge going forward for this week. What you need to do is make the most creative piece of artwork
No.
from something that you buy from the $2 shop. With a,
Mr. Limo drives to school.
with a maximum spend of $5.
Alright.
$5. Okay?
Tricky.
So,
Wait, okay. I don't think $5 buys what you think it buys anymore. Inflation recently.
think
We'll
that's-
make it like 8.
that's the point.
We'll make it 8.
That's the
$5.
point.
I can do
That's the
$5.
point.
$5, but don't 5.
We're going
I've seen
5.
things for 250
And
and
Okay.
it's all about creativity. You have to be the most creative person to not be the person in Raksmey's shoes, which we're about to see now. According to Kavi Shea, he says that this is the hottest chili that he had in his household and possibly the hottest chili that his family eats.
That's the most dangerous one. The smallest one.
Without further ado, Raksmey, just take a nibble, mate. Take a nibble.
Just take a whole bite. It's a small chili. It's so tiny. You just take half a bite.
Just
Eat the whole thing.
do it. Just
Eat the whole
Just a little
thing.
bit. Just a little bit. Just a little
Punishment
bit.
Be
master says the
confident.
whole
Little
thing.
bit. Little bit is
be
fine.
confident.
I'm doing the whole thing.
Okay.
He's gonna die.
All right.
Oh my god. And we're out of water.
It's, I think it's
Give him a minute.
made
Give
my
him a
tongue a
minute.
little bit
Yeah, we'll roll credits while we're watching him.
How do you feel?
sensational.
Is it spicy?
It's spicy,
Yep.
but it's alright.
Hope you enjoyed the Shortly podcast. See you next week, where everybody going to be making art.